Dude, just enjoy ourselves.
We
All right, let me
live?
know
Oh,
when a let
let
me
me
know
see
when
if I
you
can.
got a preview.
Oh, I'm live, baby. I'm live. We are here. If anybody's watching right now, I don't know, but it's a free for all night. So feel free to check out the link in my story or Tile Time and join us if you would like.
Yes.
So anyway,
Hit
we
on
were just
any
talking.
topic anybody wants. Tell us
We
about
were
your week. Something
we
funny
were
happened, let us know.
we were just talking shower pans. So I just installed a KBRS pan for the first time. It's pretty cool. It's nice. I'm not a huge fan of a foam base, but I'm try it out. It's super solid, no limitations to the tile size. And what Rob, you were just saying on the Weedy pan, there's no limitations to the tile size, but under 2 inches, you have to.
Correct. Eventually, you have to switch over to the epoxy thin set and the epoxy grout.
Yeah,
That'll still work into the realms of the warranty, just in case there's any issues with their products. So it's, yeah, I don't know, something I didn't realize the first time I went in there. They never touched on that when we did the certification. So it was kind of nice. I learned a few different things. Obviously, as of now, they don't make a linear drain curbless because it's going to be so thin that you'd have to recess that drain into the floor and just be at the perfect spot to where everything's going to work for you. And it just,
yeah,
they said they're working on an option, but it's not out yet. So I'm excited though. I ended up getting a pan for my upstairs bathroom. I've got two options. I can go curved or I can go curbless. I got two pans, so I'm kind of both weedy. Just kind of curious on in the long run, I think what I'm going to end up doing. The curbless design is appealing to me, but my vanity's so damn close that my worry is even with glass, I got to have some serious glass panel and then a glass door, and yeah, I don't know. I'm just
yo,
worried about water getting over there, you know.
you know how we changed their drain like last year, the year before? They switched it up to that clamping lock drain.
Yep, from the Yodi drain. Yep.
Did I don't know about you, but the retailer here that carries Wheatie was selling those old Wheatie pants for super cheap, dude.
Whoa,
Like 80 to 150 bucks for.
dude, hell yeah.
I didn't buy any of them, but I was like, that's pretty sweet.
I like the new system where it's the one click or whatever is essentially what it is. You'll thread it on and it'll click. You'll hear it. It's got little indicators 2 to 1, so you know you're lined up. And it's, I don't know. The weedy pans are definitely they're nice to be worked with. I'm very open to trying something else. I haven't gotten to try a Schluter plan, so I am eventually wanting to go that route too, just to say I can do it right and learn from it. But
Yeah, you should try one out.
I'll let you know. I haven't gotten to do it yet, so.
You all know my opinions.
Well, he got me curious on the KBRS because Chris was a very knowledgeable and cool dude, and we're supposed to have him on here. We got to reschedule him and get him back on here because I think he was busy that week. So,
It was actually Ben that we had scheduled. He's the
oh,
South Carolina rep, I think, South Carolina.
gotcha.
But we need to just get them both on here at the same time.
I'm down. I'm
Um,
down.
but dude, I love using epoxy grouts. Speaking of how you'd have to use those on the Weedy pan, um, I pretty much at the start of this year I only was putting epoxy grouts in my shower bases, preferably the 3-part. But if not, if they don't have that color, I'll use the premix. I love Spectralock One. It is so nice to work with. Like, it's got to be one of the nicest grouts. The 3-part epoxy is a little harder to work with, but Spectralock One is freaking sweet, dude.
And you were saying you like to use those on your shower base tile, preferably, right? Or in a wet
Yeah,
room.
yeah. Any showers I do is going to get the premix or the 3-part epoxy if they have it in that color. That's what I'm going for. If not, they're gonna get the premix.
There you
But,
go.
Yeah, it's just so easy to work with and cleans up so nice. It's like that first wash, pretty much. It looks good, you know. There's not much cleanup after that, and that's what I love about it so much.
That's awesome. Now you're using the Ramundi sponge, or what do you like to use when you get into epoxy grouts?
Yeah, so Ramundi, I love those handle sponges that go with the bucket. They're cool because the handle pops off of them, and you can buy the sponges. I get them off of Louisville Tile here in town sells a couple of them. They make like 5 different ones. They make one for epoxy; it's a little more firm. And you got your regular sponge. Then they have a slotted one that's got all the slits in it. And then they have an extra large one. I like to use that one for penny tile because, you know, it's just so much grout. Just a little bit more surface area.
Nice.
Makes a difference.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. What are you rocking? Oh, I know you rock the Brick and Bone, but what else?
Yeah. I've even been using that. I've been using the Caladad sponge as well, and they're both amazing sponges. They're not the same material, and that's the only two difference. Then obviously, whenever you're using both, you'll be able to tell. But God, they both work great.
I thought they were coming out with a sponge that was like the same as basically the same.
That'd be awesome. I got to look into this. I'm going to look into this.
So, I don't know. I thought I heard that from you. Yeah, I thought I heard that from you.
No, that'd be sick, man. I'm gonna have to check into that because that'd be awesome. That'd be a game changer. So, fuck yeah. But I don't know. I'm interested. I've got a couple Rafina ones over here in my on my shelf handles that I've never gotten to use, and I'm kind of curious on how those would operate. They're not interchangeable though, like the Ramundi. That I love how that is. So you're not just throwing away this plastic piece every time you're done, right? Or
the grout floats are replaceable too. You just peel the rubber off and slap a new one on. They're like $5. It's awesome.
Shit.
I mean, it's just a money saver. I was looking at my handles today though, like, you know, the Ramundi stuff's all that like brownish, reddish maroon color. My handle is completely white. It's like, man,
God,
I need to soak this thing.
See, that's where I'm at right now with my 4 beast mixers. I've had so many jobs back to back that I've got some buildup now, and it's natural, and I just need to get it off because I don't want them getting hurt, ruined. Especially now that he's taking a break. I'm like, I bought those other 2 right before he stepped away for a little while, and then I like them. They're good to mix thin set in, and then I love my bucket savers for my water.
Oh, your liners?
Mm-hmm. They're great, dude. Beast mixer, and
I got 2 liners like last June off Amazon. They're the green ones. I know I've seen a couple people using them.
Yeah.
And I was using so much like Laticrete gluey thin sets back then. So much like Multimax. And I just wrecked those fucking things. There's one. They're both out in my driveway. Just I don't know if I can say that. Maybe if I just filled them.
Oh man. Yeah, that's where I need to do an acid bath and then just get them knocked out and then recoat them with some. It's like a conditioning. I think it's like RV conditioning or something is what the sheet says. So it just brings it back to life. So. I don't want to kill them. They're not cheap and they work great and they've saved my life. And man, I haven't. Shit, I think I've probably only thrown away like 2-3 buckets.
Bucket liners? Oh, buckets.
Yeah, dude. Nah, dude.
Yeah, no.
I've thrown away like 3.
They're great because like you can just use buckets that are cracked,
Oh, dude, I'm using my fucking Firestone ones from the sandwich shop down the road where I bought them for $3. I'm like, hell yeah. Like back in the day, you used to be able to get them 5-gallon buckets for $3. Now they're $5. I'm like, well, shit, I don't care. They smell like pickles for a couple days. I'll air them out.
Why does our bathroom have this like?
Oh, dude,
this vinegary.
I had the one homeowner asked to borrow one, and he was like, "Man, I love that smell." And I was like, "God, that's awesome." Made my day. But I haven't had to buy any more from in 6 months because I started using those, and game changer for me. Game changer.
Yeah, I need to get some new ones because I've been going through some buckets lately.
Talk about that thing you bought that attaches to the hose.
Oh, the Colo Mix.
Please.
That thing is sick, dude. So I only use it for grout and leveler pours. I don't, thin set. I'm just sponging the water in there, doing it by feel. But that thing is a game changer on leveler pours. Um, I mean, most of the bathrooms I got to level. Whatever reason, it's like flat or I need 30 bags. There's no in between. So I mix my leveler in a big, like, brute trash can with the wheels on the bottom.
Oh, hell
And
yeah.
I always do 3 bags at once. So that Colo Mix, it has 2 like preset settings you can just save in there. So I have one saved for 3 bags of Laticrete leveler, and I have the other one saved for grout, because those are the only things that I want my water to be like hyper specific. The thin set, I just you just mix it by feel.
Yeah.
Unless you're mixing a full bag, which is rare.
For that leveler though, that's going to be awesome. And I've got some self level I'm going to be doing tomorrow, and that's where I'm like, shit, man, I got to invest in one of these because it just makes it that much more efficient, right? And I don't know.
Style, yeah, I saw you using it, bro. Yeah, they're nice, man. And it just, it's just like you just keep that tool in your toolbox or whatever, your tile set, and for me, a measuring bucket was that one fucking thing I'd always forget, and I'd like get there and be like, all right, off. Like grout day, it's like I have to have the water right. I can't just willy-nilly mix some grout.
Well, in these liners, at least like I said, I use the bucket saver for my water, and they've got little line indicators on them, built into it.
Yeah.
So that's why I liked them for the water. And I don't know, for me, they're 2 different materials. It feels like, right? So when you're using them, that's why I choose the other one over the one for one and the other one's for other. But otherwise, I need to get this attachment because then I wouldn't need to rely on the little indicators or like you said, a measuring bucket, and I don't know. What do you? So, question: when you're mixing in that trash can, your leveler, what do you usually mix? Like, give or take. Obviously, on every project, it's different, right? Like, how many bags can it hold? What have you done on it? I'm just curious,
I just do 3 bags because anything more than that is so heavy, dude. I mean,
okay.
3 bags of leveler, you're at 150 pounds right there.
Yep.
And that's just a lot of liquid to be carrying around. It gets awkward,
Yeah.
So, and that fits real easy in this trash can. I don't know what size it is, like a 50-gallon trash can or something.
What do you have the PVC you said at the bottom, and that's how it exits, or how do you?
No, I thought about doing that where you drill a hole and put a valve on it. It's just those big valves. I feel like the grit would get stuck in there eventually, and you would just not be able to open it or close it anymore. So I just, me and another person, we'll just dump it.
Okay.
Typically, it was me and my brother, but he moved. So.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he moved back to Ohio.
Oh shit, dude! I didn't know that.
Yeah, few weeks ago. So now, it's whatever. I'll find somebody to pick up the other side of the trash can.
Yeah, but still, I'm sorry, I didn't know that, brother.
Yeah, it's a bummer, but he's just going through some stuff and had to go back to the hometown and figure it out. So,
hey, best of luck for him, man.
Yeah, he's strong. He's clever. He'll figure it out, man.
Yeah, we all go through that shit, man. There's always ups and downs, right, for everybody, and you just gotta.
I wish he would have hung out. It's because I started Groovy Builds with him. I mean, I was doing work when he moved down here already by myself, and then we put a name on it. We started calling it Groovy Builds, and just been growing it ever since. Might not feel like it's been growing, but growth takes time. I mean, there's levels. got to hang out on one level for a while before you get to the next one sometimes. And honestly, I feel like I'm hitting that next level right now. It's like, gosh, man, you moved away like right before, it's going to get good. But whatever, maybe I'll come back and I'll be like, dude,
That's what I was thinking, it's only for now,
sweet
so
now. I got a spot for you, and it's sweet. We're not getting dirty every day like old times.
Well, by then you'll have your GC license, brother, so that'll be good.
Yeah, I got my stack of books over here. I haven't had time to fucking open it yet. Let me grab it.
Oh, hell yeah. Now, you said these books cost like what, $1,800 or something you were saying, right?
Yeah, so the books I think are actually $1,500. There's different options. So you can just buy the books. You can buy the books pre-highlighted and tabbed. That's like $2,200. Or you can buy the books and then you get these YouTube videos.
Okay.
Where you go through and you highlight it and tab it yourself. And that's the $1,800 package, which is what I got. I opted for that because, it's like a memorization thing.
Yeah.
This test is not about knowledge. It's about how fast you can look up answers in a book. And
there you go.
And get the right answers. It's 150 questions. You got 300 minutes. 2 minutes question, multiple choice. But it's a lot of weird shit. It gets into a whole lot of like grading and concrete.
What's the pass or fail?
I can't tell you. I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
It feels like you got to hit an A.
I think it's like 80% or better or something. There's two tests though. You got to take a construction test and then a business law test.
That's what you were saying too. I remember that. Oh shit, dude. Yeah.
Yo,
you're gonna learn a lot from doing all this, right? So it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna have a good return, and it's setting yourself up for the next step anyway. So that's already a good return. So.
Yeah, I did a school last year too. It was like I forget, like $1,000, and honestly, that one actually gets you your GC license for restricted builds, which caps at $125,000 jobs. And I can just go get that license right now without taking a test because I did that school last year.
Oh yeah.
But that caps at 125, and I'm trying to get like a license more for like 1.2 million.
Right. Nice stuff.
So like, I want to be able to build a whole fucking house, not just a garage.
Right. Add on or something small. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is kind of what all that license is for now. Actually, when they first developed that license, it was for building just more economical homes, just more affordable ones, because they needed more houses, so they created that license. But that 125K doesn't get you much these days.
No, it doesn't. But yeah. Some understand and some don't, and that's where they always say those aren't your clients, right? So it's
Grant Richter said 75%.
Oh, for the test. There you go.
For the test. Thanks, hey, Meticulous Tile in Reno wants to know what the best flowing leveler is. What do you like?
So I'm about to use Mapei, and I like Mapei. I've used the Superior when I was doing that large floor, and and yes, it was 1,100 square feet, and there was areas, and I get it. It's not one pour. You're doing it in one pour, but by the time it's setting up different, right? And just wasn't in love with the Superior at that time, but
I hate
Mapei always come through. But the one thing I did not love today is I go to pour myself leveler, and luckily I can read, but I'm reading on the new bag that I got from Lowe's this time, and like it says you have to use primer T, and their normal self level that I had used in the past where I used to work, we used to get pallets of it. I assumed that was just their normal whatever. Well, they use a primer L on that one. So I had primed the floors for primer L, and I'm like, God damn it. Like, it's probably okay, but with this being for the GC, I'm like, everything I want to be perfect. And the individual in the house he's in a wheelchair and can't move. So he's got caretakers all day. So I just want to do the best job I can. So I went and got the primer T, primed it all tonight. I'll end up pouring tomorrow. But Mapei has always treated me well. Whenever I'm pouring it, it's consistent.
I forget which one Lowe's has and which one Floor and Decor has, but I don't like the one from Lowe's, and I do like the one from Floor and Decor. They're
See,
both
now I think Floor and Decor changed because it looked like they both have Self Leveler Plus, is what I'm finding, and that's when I'm like,
really.
in this primer tea, it was only $10 a jug, which that's awesome, right? But the other one I had was just literally a mop base self leveler, and it fucking worked awesome. You could get it mixed perfectly, nice and runny. It fan out the way it needed to. It was beautiful, and I never had a problem with it.
Yeah. My favorite leveler is Ladder Creek NXT. Not the Plus, just the NXT.
I've never gotten to use that. So, what does it compare to? Is there anything it does compare to that you used, or night and day, or what?
No.
Nope.
No. The first time I used it was because I needed a leveler that could go 2.5 inches deep. Because we were converting this old basement area that was like originally like a big garage back in the day. So like everything slopes towards the garage door, and it was sloped pretty good. So it was like 2.5 inches deep on one side. And this was the only leveler I could find in town that went 3 inches. And yeah, that's pretty much all I like to use if I can run over there and get it.
Nice.
I only know one place that has it, but it's nice. It flows really nice. It mixes up really nice, and it levels out really nice.
Fuck yeah! I gotta give it a shot. Yeah, I noticed that. I guess I had put some just for cost. It's easier if I include something, right? And I've been getting some stuff at the tile shop lately. So I just put their leveler on there. When it got delivered, I'm like, oh shit, I didn't want that. So I gotta switch it out because I'm gonna do Mop A already up top because I needed it. I didn't realize I had bought that. So the Mop A is just gonna be so much better than Superior. So
yeah, I used Superior one time.
I like their thin sets now. I haven't
tried them.
The new formula is working well on all of them. The only one I haven't tried is Bond. I've tried the Bond LFT for the large format, and then I've tried the Max Light, and the Platinum is just their cheap one. But I like to put that underneath like a concrete board or whatever I'm doing for floor, right? So
yeah,
it just works. It's a modified thin set, so it's the cheapest route. But you got me wanting to try some custom stuff, and I still want to pull the gun and get a pallet of Kiesel. It's just I'm trying to get all of the stars aligned to where I can get it delivered because I didn't realize that it was going to be a little bit more difficult to get in the, receiving it, I guess is what I didn't realize. So.
Yeah, man, I like some customs thin set. I need to try their grout again too. It's been a few years. I might actually like it. I've been talking shit about it all this time. I might actually like it. But like custom Pro Light is probably my favorite thin set that I can just go out and buy anywhere. And then I really like their LFT speed set. It sets up in 2 hours.
Wow,
that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So anytime
3 hours, that shaves off one other hour.
Yeah, they have two. I think most Home Depots carry 2 speed sets by custom. One of them is just for regular, Subway or whatever, and the other one's the LFT. The LFT sets up in 2. The regular sets up in 3. So I just get the LFT no matter what I'm doing.
Yeah, speed it up.
Just because, like, 1 more hour, dude.
Speed it up.
And that's got some nice grab too. Like it's got some good non-sag grab. That.
See, I gotta try that.
And then their glass thin set is nice too. It's really sticky, non-sag. It's actually a couple bucks cheaper than Pro Light.
I think I tried Versapron back when I did a job in San Diego or San Jose. And that would have been like 2019. That was probably the last time I tried any kind of custom stuff. And that was because homeowner got everything and that's what we got. So
Yeah, I haven't used VersaBond in a few years, probably like 3 years. I had some, I don't know, issues with it one time. It was like, it was setting up like really fast. It
that's
was,
how Ardex X5 does here. And you can re-whip it, but it's just not the same.
it
And
was
it
like really quick, like 30-minute pot life. Like,
see
and
that's
it was,
literally what I get out of X5 pretty much, like if I'm lucky.
it was
And
pissing me off, dude, because
oh, dude.
the tiles weren't bonding properly.
The
And,
Max Light, I got to re-whip that, and it went back to just the way it was, and that's the superior one. And I'm like, all right, it did well. And then I pucked one of like whatever was left over in the bucket liners, and it came out hard the next day. So there was no like flex, like you were talking about with that other that
yeah,
it was still not fully set. So and it cleans up well. So I'm not hating it, So I don't know. I don't know. But there's other ones I want to give a shot. I've never even tried Latacrete stuff. So you talking about it's getting me like shit. I gotta give it a shot, And
I love their grout and their silicone, man. Their silicone, it comes out like so wet looking.
that's what I've heard.
I was just admiring the fuck out of it today when I was doing the bottom of that shower, and I was just like, God, that silicone is nice. I tried that. I tried that Fila smoothing liquid today too that you spray on the silicone.
What is it?
It's like a smoothing. It helps it be like
not stick, like kind of like Windex. But what is this though?
Yeah, I mean it's just something Fila makes.
Okay.
Sell it at Floor and Decor. I love Fila's chemical products. That's probably my favorite for like
cool
sealants. Their extreme sealer. Their sealers are badass.
Awesome.
Yeah, but that smoothing liquid, I tried that out today. It was nice, man. I tooled it in, at the bottom because I was matching it to the wall, so I didn't want to like smear it into my grout joints on the floor. So I tooled it in across the floor first, and then I sprayed it once it was smashed in there, and then I came back and did the top, and it was just really nice to work with. I mean, I usually just use soapy water, like a little dish soap, in a spray bottle, which that always works great too. But
okay, I've always just used Windex. Spray some Windex on, mist it on. It for the most part, it'll take it. If it's silicone or trans white or something, it'll take it right off. But I did notice with this Ardex one I've been using, they're 100% silicone. It's pretty tacky. Like you almost have to let it set for a couple minutes before you spray it, and then you tool it. Versus if you get right into it, it doesn't even with the spray on it doesn't want to work. But I haven't tried what you were talking about, so I'm gonna have to go to Florida, with a bottle and see if it likes it.
I feel like Mapes is kind of that way too. Pretty messy.
There is a Mape one, yeah. The curry color, something like that, I think is what it's called. I don't know. It starts with a K, but it's exactly like that is what I've noticed.
Yeah, Mape's silicone is thick, messy.
We used to get one that was a lot softer where I used to work prior to me starting the business, and it went on great. You sprayed it with Windex, it would come off, no abrasive. It would, but it would stick with what it needed to, and it would work. But then when after the seasons, eventually it would crack, and they just got pissed with so many service calls. They switched over to that one they sell over at Lowe's, and it's like a pink red kind of look to it, with the letters, and it's just so much more tacky. I mean, it's great, but denatured alcohol and silicone. That's what Jason says. Interesting.
I used to use denatured alcohol But that I went to one of the TCNA meetings. Is that the acronym? I always get the fucking letters mixed up.
There's two of them.
Yeah, I know, and they're the same letters written differently. That's what fucks me so much. NATC, TCNA. I don't know. Is that what it is? Someone.
Oh god, dude, don't put me on the spot.
You don't have to tell me.
I
Someone
know
in
what
the
you're
comments.
talking about.
Come on, somebody in the comments. I don't know, but I went to one of these meetings. And they said not to use denatured alcohol because some silicones are made of something that denatured alcohol eats away at. So I quit using it then. I don't know the ingredients of all the silicones, but that's why I stopped, because I'm like, I'm not going to figure out which ones are good and which ones aren't. I'll just use. That's why
I've seen this like tool that's been. It's on my feed right now, and I clicked on it once, and now it's just always on my fucking feed. But it fits over your finger.
That orange thing.
Yeah, dude.
I thought I ordered one. I looked on my Amazon, and I was like, I guess I didn't pull the trigger on it.
Oh man, I know. I'm the same way. I'm like, I kind of want to try it. Oh, I don't know.
All right, my favorite silicone tool ever. I got it from Floor and Decor. They just started carrying it like this year. It's this little like pregnancy test looking thing. It's kind of just shaped like a finger though. It's like flat on one side and like.
Kev's got that video where he was using the back of the Sharpie. I've never tried that.
Not bad.
I know, because usually you got one of these with you, right? You just. I'm like, all right, not a bad idea. I kind of want to try it out.
Hold on, let me go grab this thing real quick.
Well, what topics y'all want to touch on, guys? How's everyone's week going? We appreciate y'all joining on. We'll get some more guests going. We've already got them scheduled for next week. We've just been working too hard lately, both of us.
All right. Actually, I got a brand new one. This is it.
Oh, that is like a pregnancy, or one of those like wands that you use for like electrical stuff. You know, it's like ding.
Oh yeah, a wiggy.
Yeah.
Let me open this thing up so you can actually see it.
What do we got here?
I got a few of these in my toolbox, but I didn't feel like hopping up in the back of my truck. So let me just open this new one. This is the best like silicone tool I've ever used, though. Well, trying not to let this package beat me here on the podcast. Let's throw a little tantrum real quick.
That's some good shit. You ain't gonna steal that one in the store, brother. Holy hell.
All right. There it is. See, it's kind of just shaped like a finger, but
that's pretty cool.
I use this flat side to like really scrape, and then you use the rounded side to just make it nice.
What the fuck? How much does that cost?
These are like $6, dude. This is the seriously the best silicone.
And what do you get out of it? Like, how long does it last?
I mean, I got 3 of them. Those are the only 3 I've. This one I just opened, obviously, but the other 2 I've been using them for like, I don't know, 6 months.
No shit. Okay. I didn't know if it was kind of like a one-time, you know, like you use it at one job.
No. You know. No. I don't know. Do you keep alcohol wipes on you? Like cleaning wipes?
Not wipes. I keep denatured alcohol, and then I'll just use like a microfiber towel, you know.
So, there's at Lowe's they're called Venom wipes, and they sell gloves too. Which those are the gloves I use when I'm doing this shit. But they sell these wipes that are like ribbed alcohol wipes, and they're really great for like silicone and your shower board sealant. You know, you get that shit on your hand, it's like impossible to get off. These you can just like comes right off.
Venom.
And then at Home Depot they carry a brand called Alligator. I actually like those better. They're bigger. They're in a green pack. And same thing, they're like ribbed alcohol wipes, and I just use one of those. I just, you know, clean it off like that, or
That's
with a microfiber towel. Even you can just wipe
Yeah.
it off, because this part's like silicone rubber
That's what
itself,
it looks like. Okay.
and this is hard plastic over here.
Sick,
So it's a good tool, though. Really, really good tool.
I'll have to make a trip and go pick up a couple things because, like,
Yeah.
I've been using that Ardex stuff, and it's just a little old tacky and looks great when it's all said and done. But you have to like either wait just the right time to hit it, or come back and like smooth it out and clean up your line. And I don't know, it's just not as easy. It's much more easier whenever you're using just like a pure silicone that's not matching the grout. It seems like, because that shit just the way it's formulated, it only leaves what it needs to, right? So that's my favorite by far.
Grant Wicker was asking, what's the grout haze removal process for you?
Using a grout haze remover. I mean,
which one do you like?
So lately I've been using the Superior one because I get it at like 25% off, and whenever I'm in the same order, and that it actually works great. I don't necessarily love their sealers as much. They're still okay, and they work great, but I don't know. There's still other companies out there that like sealers better. But the grout haze remover, I'm having an issue with it. I dunk it in. I get a cord every time. It's about $11.
Yeah.
And you can't beat it. Just go over with the microfiber and rinse, go, and it releases everything it needs to. So, what about you?
Haze remover. So what are they called? Miracle.
Yeah.
That brand. I use that one for epoxy, and then sometimes I use the epoxy or the Mape epoxy haze remover.
Okay.
And then I love Tile Doctor. Tile Doctor's my jam.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Do not get it on the hardwood floor, though. It will finish.
Live you learn. Oh, man. Don't get fucking Superior Thin Set either on it. God, I got a couple pieces on like the hardwood where I was doing a backsplash, and fucking A, man, it's turned into a nightmare. And now I luckily have one of my daughter's mutual friends' dad does hardwood. So he came out and he's getting me a solution. We're going to isolate a couple boards, take care of it. And, oh, Jesus. Live you learn. Every other floor was protected except for the one area that they were in their front room that was just happened to get a couple little pieces that flung off. And God dang it. So, is what it is, though.
And a microfiber towel, Grant. Microfiber towel is king for cleaning up any grout haze. I mean, you can get it off a smooth, like high gloss tile without any haze remover, just a little elbow grease and a microfiber towel.
Remember what Zeph said was we're getting the grout haze removing, or the grout haze from what the latex in these grouts, right? So that was where Kiesel, he said, was formulated different and doesn't do that. So definitely, I think you can hit it enough times, and buff it out while it's still before it sets. Like, initial white with the sponge, wait 20 minutes while it sets up, hit it again with the sponge, and then hit it with a microfiber. You might not even have too much of a haze the next day. It just all depends on the tile. And
yeah, I love those microfiber sponges, man, or the whole thing.
Oh yeah, dude,
those are awesome.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying again about Spectralock 1, though. The pre-mixed epoxy grout by Laticrete, God, this just cleans up. Like, first wash, it's just like, dude, that looks great, And then you come back over it with a microfiber sponge or towel. Just pick up all those little granules, whatever that's on it. It's great.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, try a bucket of that out, man. You'll love it, dude.
I haven't got to, so I will have to. Yeah. I was looking at pretty soon about getting everything set up to go to Surface at the end of January, because it's already in October, and I'm like, they being in Vegas, the longer you wait, the rates can change good and bad, right? It all just depends on time, but I'm just gonna end up getting it booked so that way I know I'm booked out right now until the end of December. So
Nice.
before I get my January going, I kind of want to know what dates I'm going to be out of here and get it all situated. So
Nice. Yeah, I need to get something booked for January. I just booked a December job.
nice.
Nothing for January yet, though.
I'm trying to take the last 2 weeks. That's what I've got planned for my December. And that's just kind of, I call it to reflect and reset, right? So, like, look at the year, see where you want to better yourself for next year, set your goals up, and rock and roll. That's kind of what I want to do the last 2 weeks. But if any of these projects end up going long, then I bought myself 2 weeks, and I want to make sure these projects that I'm on leading up to it, everything I leave in this year and whatever I bring, to the next year will be just new projects. So it'll be good. It'll be good.
Nice, man. Yeah. I gotta get something booked for January or I'll be reflecting. Like, shit.
Yeah.
It's hard to get stuff booked. If you don't have something booked in January, you might be struggling until like into February, March. Like,
potentially I'm good until the end of March because I just went to an estimate. I had a lady that I did her bathroom for she's Subway Tile, one that I did a bathtub enclosure. It's on my feed down below. Well, she now called me and wants to do her tile floors, kitchen, bathroom I did, front bathroom, floor, and then the entryway. So it's in a condo. So that's going to be most likely January, February. And then I've got 2 ladies that I just did a backsplash for that they're going to do 1 bathroom complete, tub enclosure, shower, and then downstairs they really just want to do the pan tile, but I told them there's not much solution there, right? Like, if we're going to just do the pan tile, I'm having to come up so much with wall tile just to get the pan out and put a new pan in that it makes more sense.
Tile over.
I thought of it. I was thinking of like, God, is that an option? But then I was like, the drain's going to be so fucked, right? Unless there's some kind of like adaptation you can do.
Is it leaking, or do they just not like the pan tile?
She just doesn't like the pan tile, and they're eventually going to sell it. And I'm like, in my realm, like the one upstairs, yes, they want to do a whole new look to it. It's going to look pretty, right? We're going to keep the same layout, but it's going to look awesome with the new tile that they're thinking of. And down below, it's just like, I don't think it's worth it, right? Like just to do that, unless you were going to do something like that, like tile over, because
I don't know about that.
Oh, dude, trust me. My radar is like, that's an absolute no-no. And like,
I mean, is it?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it is or not, right? And you would have the only way I would think this would work, right, is if you got pier and beam, you could get underneath, you could replumb the thing so that the new drain goes up to the new level. And right, you would never know, right? Unless it didn't operate the way it needs to. And my thought is, okay, well, if water ever got into there, it's going to seep down to the first level. There's no weep holes there. So it's, there's so many ways for this to fail that it's just, there's got to be a reason why we're not, the more people aren't doing this, right? So.
Yeah, hold on. Let me think about this. Hold on.
I see everything. The project manager in me is like, this
How tall is the curb?
It's good to go. I could shave half a minute and then not know, but I'm like, God, dude, I don't know. This one's not on pier and beam though. I swear to God, it's on foundation. But in the event it's not, and a plumber wants to get underneath there and they want to hire one to do it, then I don't know. I'm gonna look into it. I might as well get some research. Meticulous Tile says the Mopé haze remover is great too, and it's normally diluted and doesn't work. But if it doesn't work, then go over with full strength without diluting. Oh, good to know. Good to know. What do you got planned tomorrow?
I just wrapped this shower up today. Ugh, I had to put the glass in on it. I don't normally do that. Sucked. It's like
I'm not doing that.
107 steps. It pissed me off. As soon as I got that manual out, I was like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? 107
Wow.
steps?
Wow.
Seemed like they could have like rearranged the steps and taken a bunch out had they done.
Oh shit! Lucky you.
But tomorrow I got another one that I have started. I need to go over there and like mud some drywall and get the floor register cut out and nailed up to the subfloor, and then it's ready for tile prep. We got to do some leveling in there. Probably gonna be a shit ton of bags. This house is like a 1910 house or something.
There you go.
Pretty cool old house. This lady tells me it was the gay party house in the 80s. It's like,
Oh shit!
all kinds of wild energy.
Yeah, it's got some stories. If those walls can talk.
Yeah, the fucking bathroom doors are like exterior doors with big glass windows. I was like,
oh shit!
He was like, I don't know why this house has exterior
owned by P Diddy.
I was like, you have the gay 80s party house. That's why they did that shit on purpose.
Yeah, that sounds like a P Diddy freak out. No, I'm good. No, brother, no.
Who knew? Who knew that he was having those kind of parties too?
Hey, back in the day, man, we definitely dabbled in with ecstasy, and I'm not proud to say it, man, but we had fun, and we'd have some crazy parties where it was just like, all right, we're all gonna get together and just have fun, man, and you live, you learn. definitely had fun, but got them kids now, and can't be doing that. It's probably been 14 years since I've probably done that. So
yeah, about 14 years ago, when I was about 20, there's this little
2021.
There's this little thing in the gas stations called Molly's Plant Food. Y'all heard of that shit? What the fuck? That was fun, dude.
Oh, that's too good.
I don't know if I'd do it again, but back then, that shit was fun. Freaking weird, dude. Weird times. They were just selling ecstasy at the gas station.
Growing up and just having fun. It was, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't got time to do shit like that now.
Man.
I would just like get there and like start thinking about work and freak out.
Yeah, I honestly don't have time. Like,
I don't even drink. This is non-alcoholic beer. I was just feeling one today.
I had taken so long of a break with smoking, and when we went to Vegas, that was one of the first times I'd done it in so long. It was like, fuck, dude, it was nice and relaxing, and it was a different, I don't know, whole different animal. Much needed though.
Yeah, you got cut loose every now and then.
Oh, dude, it was good. It was good. Brings me back though, so. But yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a fun day for me. I've got to go rent a goddamn truck from either Home Depot or U-Haul because I don't have a trailer. Pick up 5 sheets. We ended up isolating this leak and bad top floor particle board that I removed, where the water had leaked into it. Isolated it, so I only need 5 sheets tops, 4x8, 3/4 inch. So I'm going to pick that up, load up all the debris, go to the dump I like to go to because I get really good prices, go out there, come back with the truck, pick up 30 sheets of what we were going to use as concrete board to save costs down, but now we're switching to Blanky Permat, which I'm excited about. So load those 30 up, go to the tile shop, switch them out, pick up the Blanky mat, and at that point, I'm just going to take the Blanky mat back to my storage unit. And then that way we're good to go. And then I'll just bring it out to the project the next day, or I'll take it to my garage, one of the two. But I don't want to keep playing back and forth. I want to get the truck back as soon as I can. So, because then I've got to go out to my other project that's in Golden. I got a 90-degree curb I got to cut, and then I got to do whatever's left. I was hoping to have remnants of the quartz top that I can use for the bottom shelves of the niche. And then that will end all tiling once when I get those two done. And then I got to end the day at a general contractor's job I'm on right now with some self level. So tomorrow's gonna be a fun day, dude.
Nice.
It's gonna be a lot of driving and a
Ripping
lot
and
of
running.
go and getting it all done perfect, and then uh, it'll be good. It'll be good.
Heck yeah, dude.
Just got to get over it, man. But
Yeah.
hell yeah.
I'm gonna take it kind of slow this week. I'm waiting on this block window to come in.
Oh, nice.
I've never put one in before, but it looks super easy.
Now, is it like block to block, or is it already like frame, vinyl?
No. So there's no vinyl on it, but it is like a pre-assembled block window. So, you install it old school, like with mortar and shit. What are they? They're like 30 by 27 inch panels. I got 2 of them. We're taking out a 30 by 54 window. But
Cool.
It's actually 32 by 56 window. So I'm gonna have to do a little trimming, but it's cool. I'm gonna see if I can set it in. I saw some photos where the tile was flush with the block window, so it's it's all like part of the wall, just flat. It'd be cool if I could get it to sit like that, but I don't know. It'd take a lot of planning, and yeah, we'll see. We'll see with this old house.
Yeah,
what's even possible.
that's pretty cool though. Definitely get some content on that. I want to see it.
Yeah, we'll see. It might be too new, it might be too like I don't know. Too much figuring out. See one of those bathroom remodeling teacher posts where he's like, fucking shit. He's like, I like that he's posting those. Those are funny. I'm like, yeah, that's how it really is right there. My man.
Speaking the truth. Speaking the truth.
In someone's crawl space, just fucking cussing. Trying to connect some pipes or something.
Oh man, there was times today where I was pulling up that particle board, and for the most part I was able to get a lot of those sheets up, and then what needed to be done, because eventually what they had done was 1/2-inch ply, like some kind of a paper cardboard, and then they put the 3/4-inch particle board on top. So when I'm pulling it up, you can tell when that paper actually gets like untouched and it looks brand new still. So I was like, well, shit, water hasn't been here. You can see the water line. So I just chased it, and oh man, it was so much nicer, because that particle board, there was certain times where it was just disintegrating on me as I'm pulling it, and I'm just like, fucking shit, there's a kid in here and I don't want to go off because they're all working from home and stuff, but man,
yeah,
had to channel some USA, but, definitely had its moments. But
they need to come out with like earmuff kind of things for the mouth.
Oh, absolutely.
For construction workers.
Absolutely.
So you can just let the rage out that build.
Oh god, dude. Well, and it has to, the way the water line is, I'll show you the picture. I'll probably post it to my stories. It comes from either, at one point, the water line that gives the water and the ice from the refrigerator. It's connected to that wall, or the sink, or the dishwasher. It all connects. So it's like, where the fuck did this water come from? And you'll never know the answer, but I'm just so thankful that the floor underneath the 1/2-inch is in good shape, and it wasn't molded, and it's within, I think it was like 5-7%, something like that. So it's within green for moisture. So I was like, I'm not going to touch it unless it's like spongy, and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So they need their kitchen because they've got like a 5-month-old baby. So I can't go in there and just go down to like joist without patching it right away. And then it alters floor unless I build it back up to the same. So it's trying to keep costs down as much as I can too, because, I've had kids. They're not cheap. they're not even, they don't get any cheaper as they grow either. So it's, obviously unwanted change orders are not fun. So today, by isolating into that area, I think I saved them like $2,000. So
Yeah.
it felt good. And it shaved off 2 days that I don't have to demo all this particle board where I'm going to tile because it's still in good shape. So I might as well good to go. So,
Yeah.
oh, but there was definitely times I was wanting to channel and say what was on my mind when I was demoing that shit.
I'm sure.
Oh, brother. Why the fuck did any good point in history did we decide? I guess, like, I get it. There was all they had at the time, and price, but put particle down for fucking, an
No.
underlay. Like, what the fuck were you thinking? Like,
No, that was some like cheap ass.
no, brother. I've been told by like 2 builders that like 1970, this is a practice. So like,
Really? You know what? I think I tore some of that up in my kitchen actually.
oh my God, dude.
I think I might have assumed I was like it was just rotted.
The only way I can think of it is like, sure, there was a time when everyone thought asbestos was great, right? It's an awesome insulator, but like, then we realized it was killing the fuck out of everybody 25 years later down the road, So there's probably a point in history where they were like, well, this isn't a good idea. Like, well, that's when OSB was probably created, and they were like, well, fuck, we're going to switch over because I've been told they didn't have any tongue and groove before, and that's what they put down, and it's like, well, shit, I'm learning something new, so. Well, this is a good little.
Meticulous Tiles say he's got 400 square feet of floor. That's good, but approximately good to a 1/4 inch. Only a few high spots. I'm not sure if he should use self leveler. How big are the high spots? Can you grind them?
Grind them down. That's what I would think. They actually have the little disc for the floor grinder. I got the attachment. You probably do too for the dustless. You just hook it up to your shop vac and run that puck on.
I got a Bosch like floor grinder with like the brush on it and everything.
Or what I'm doing on my current GC project is I'm going to pour the minimum area of 1/4 of an inch so that I'm using that as my underlay versus, using a prep board. So
yeah,
if that works good for you on that 400, then you at least know that you're good to go. But some floors are so fucked that you just have to achieve flatness, which sucks, right? Unless you're going to lift it so far in one direction, right? So you just have to weigh what's your best option on that.
I think the standard is you want an 1/8 inch
every 10
feet.
10
Yeah.
feet,
Yeah.
Which is almost damn flat, which is great.
But the 1/4 inch technically out of spec.
Yep.
You need to do something.
I mean, I've had.
I wouldn't try to build it up with thin set though.
No, you're gonna have to do a pretty big bed. Like almost go half.
I mean, yeah, if you start clipping it, you're not gonna have cover. You're gonna have hollow spots.
Or you're gonna have to go 3/8 and then probably come 3/8 on the back, so that you actually achieve a thin set bed of 3/8, so that it allows for, if it's very minor, allows for transit or half and half, but you're going to use a lot more thin set doing that, and it's a lot more time versus just a comb and a back butter, right? So it's there's ways to make it work, but it's probably just as easy just to self level it. I don't know. My thoughts.
Yeah.
Good question.
I probably self level it. Shit.
He says from an 1/8 to a 1/4 variation.
It's 48 by 48. I mean, shit, dude. That's a lot of mud.
Yeah.
I'd self level it.
Are the 48 by 48 porcelain, or are they stone? I'm curious because that also plays a role, right? So like porcelain's strong as hell, right? It probably has a little bit of forgiveness, but if you got a high spot and not a good set, then if it's stone, it's gonna crack for sure. So, or ceramic even. I don't know. I would say self level to be safe. or grind down the high spots if they're isolated to only a few areas.
Get that Laticrete NXT, bro. Telling you, not the Plus, just the NXT.
It says it's porcelain tile, so it will be stronger as long as it's rated for floor. And that's one of the strongest porcelains there are, obviously. So it's, I don't know. When in doubt, just do what your gut says. And my gut would say to soft level, and your gut was saying soft level. So consistent. That's what we're going with. But obviously, do what your gut's telling you. But
don't let it keep you up at night.
No, it will. I've been there.
Do what will let you sleep, my friend, because that's what's important.
Yes. Oh, yes. It's like that primer. I was like, as much as I want to just stay on schedule, I'll just be back one day and it'll be good. It's such a small room. I was hoping to do these bathrooms simultaneously, but it's turning into one and then the other and then the other. And I'm like, well, that kind of fucks with my schedule, right? Like I budgeted 4 to 5 weeks, like to do these prep and tile showers, which it'll work.
Ghost the Builder.
God says Ghost.
Run!
Yeah, get the fuck out of there.
What? Yeah, what? He doesn't want to pay for the leveler? Says it's not in the budget.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
It's a new build?
What, the one for me or what? For him?
For him.
We'll have to find out.
Is it track home? Shit, just run it.
Oh, man. Well, this was good. This is a nice little just shoot the shit one.
Yeah.
I like it. Who do we got next week, though? Let's get people excited that have joined us and stayed on this long.
Dude,
let's see.
I don't know. I don't have anyone on the calendar.
We got to check with. It's supposed to be OBF, so we'll check with OBF and make sure it still works for the schedule. But that'd be an awesome one. So.
OBF.
Yep, Oscar. So I'll reach out and we'll make sure that still works for his schedule and throw a promotion out if it's happening. Any other topics you want to touch on, brother?
Nah, man, it's been a good little sesh.
Nice.
Anyone out there got anything they want to talk about?
I'm checking see if we got any questions real quick. Well, hold on. Nah. What? Hold on, what? Hold on. Hey, can you say that again?
Me? I wasn't talking.
What? Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were saying something, brother.
Nah, I don't know what's going on here.
That shit was like chopping on me, so that's why I was like, oh shit. Well.
All right, y'all. Well,
are you ready to end it?
It's been a good one.
It has. All right, brother. I'll end it right now. Thanks, everyone.
Peace out, y'all.